Hello, I am Dr. Sanmaj Alam, Assistant Professor of Economics University. Today we will discuss about the critical article of theory of reciprocal demands. The theoretical structure of Smith theory of reciprocal demand rests upon the foundation of Ricardian principle of comparative cost. Consequently, the theoretical assumptions in Mill's theory are almost the same as in the Ricardian theory that makes Mill's theory of reciprocal demand to similar weakness as found of the Ricardian theory. In addition to structural differences, this theory has been attacked by F.D. Graham and Jacob Wiener on following main grounds. First, neglect the supply. According to Graham, the reciprocal demand theory too much on demand for determination of international value and supply aspect has been grossly neglected. Such as approach can be accepted if theory international trade is built in terms of fixed quantities of products. In practice, trade involves such commodities, the supply which undergoes significant variation. Therefore, the supply conditions are bound to have decisive effect of the international exchange ratio. Next, unnecessary. Graham dismisses the whole idea of reciprocal demand as unnecessary in the theory of international value. If the production takes place under the constant cost conditions as assumed both by Ricardo and Mill, the supply conditions alone are sufficient to settle the final equilibrium rate of exchange. Next, neglect domestic demand. In this theory, the international exchange supposed to be influenced by the demand in one country for the product of other or the reciprocal demand. The domestic demand in each country for her exportable product can be also expert and in important influence because each country is likely to export the product which left after satisfying the domestic demand. The determination of exchange ratio by overlooking the domestic demand was clearly faulty. Next, no relevant in multi-country, multi-commodity trades. The entire analysis in the Guardian Mill's comparative cost theory in, in terms of two country and two commodity model in real world multi-country, multi-commodity trade situations, there is a strong possibility that the international terms of trade are determined by cost ratio rather than reciprocal demands. Next, the size of trading. The reciprocal demand theory can possibly influence the terms of trade between the two countries, provided the two countries are equal size and the value of respective products also equal. However, if one country of the two countries is large and the other is small, the gain from trade goes largely to a smaller country rather than the larger country. Since the produce the smaller country is not sufficient to meet the needs of larger country and at the same time the former cannot absorb the fully the produce of the latter. There will be incomplete specialization in the larger country, but a complete specialization in the smallest country. The smallest country will have to take whatever is offered by the larger country and export what is required by laters. In the trade between the country is unequal size, therefore reciprocal demand has little relevance. A small country is usually a price taker rather than a price maker, since the terms of trade are likely to be close to the domestic exchange ratio of larger countries. The major beneficiary of trade would be the smaller rather than larger country. Variation in income. Means theory of reciprocal demand maintain the income level into two countries remain the same. Such as assumption is unrealistic. In addition, the variation in income may have effect upon the terms of trade between the trading countries. This theory tends to overlook the impact of income variation on the terms and pattern of trade. Thank you.